I did not attend the conference in San Francisco. However, I returned only from South Africa yesterday, and I anticipated the San Francisco rule. So good news for all of you, there's no presentation either. Before I start to go into my speech, let me introduce you quickly, Fintech Group and myself. My name is Frank Niehage, 47 years old. I'm married, 3 kids, I'm German. Went to school both in Germany and the States. I'm a trained business lawyer, and I worked for several banks, such as Commerzbank, UBS, Credit Suisse, Goldman, Saracen. And as of last year summer, I'm the CEO of the Fintech Group, and I'm also a little shareholder in the Fintech Group. I call myself a bit representing the old banking economy, but at the same time, I'm a lateral. So that maybe gives you a better understanding of who I am and what we do. The Fintech Group, before I start with FlatEx 4.0, which is part of my speech today, is a listed company here in Frankfurt at the stock exchange. Our market cap is about $250 million at the moment. We employ 500 employees. Half of our employees are so-called techies, and the other half is financial services people, bankers, and so forth. We are very strong both in B2B and B2C. Our B2B business equals 40% of our revenues, and the B2C, therefore I've picked FlatEx 4.0 as a topic today, equals 60% of our revenues. We serve both the retail customer, 200,000 of them, and that will be part mainly of what I talk about later. And at the same time, we serve the B2B business segment, which is 250 corporate clients, such as Commerzbank, Deutsche, and other institutions are our clients. We do white labeling services for banks, such as IKB, PBB. We also do something really interesting. We make sure that every month, 25 million of retired people in Germany receive their payments. We do this through our practice in Zwickau, which is a lovely place most of you have not heard or been, but very important to us. We employ 120 people over there, and they make sure within 3 days that this amount of money is processed properly to the retired people. And we are a fintech service provider in the B2B segment. And as we do white labeling banking, such as for IKB or PBB, let me just give you the background. Those banks have started to introduce a retail business, and in order to facilitate it, they have appointed us, which means if you call those banks, you call us. If you set up accounts with them, we do the account opening process and so forth. This is important to better understand now when I come to our core business, which is FlatEx, one of the most successful online broker, and almost 10 years ago, we disrupted the German online brokerage business market first. And at FlatEx, we introduced a very simple business model, which was a flat fee. So regardless whether you trade 500 euros, 1,000 euros, 10,000 or 100,000 euros, you always pay the same flat fee, 590. And we are doing this now for more than a decade, and our clients are very happy. We win all kinds of awards, and we really love this business. Very profitable business, and very challenging and exciting. However, when it comes to 4.0, what does that mean? That means the following. We will expand this business, which is so profitable and so successful, vertically as well as horizontally. And when I talk about the expansion, I also talk about share of wallet with our existing client base. And as we started out with brokerage only, we will enlarge our business model to further services, such as term deposit, current account, credit card, credit facilities in general, and so forth. Now, most of you might think, hey, that's not really so exciting, and this is available already in the industry, and why is that 4.0? To us, it's very important because through the acquisition of BIW and XCOM, we today are able to provide those services almost free of cost, because the B2B business is already facilitating those services for other clients. So for us, it's very easy to enlarge our business model and offer this to our clients. But if you offer more services on a less costly basis, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are successful. You're only successful if you have clients who subscribe for. So among our flatex clients, which is 140,000, we did a survey, and the good news is our clients replied more than 60% that they like to do more business with us. So for us, it's rather low-hanging fruits to plug those services into each other now and to offer it to our clients in order to make more money with them, and for us, of course, and therefore to enlarge our value chain. When I talk about expansion at the flatex level, I also mean that we are not only doing this, but that we also go beyond Germany. This year we have increased our business exposure in Austria. To give you an idea, average months in Austria, 150 to 200 new clients. The last 2 or 3 months it was 1,500 every month. So huge expansion due to a change in the competitor landscape. You might have heard that BrokerJet is closing down the business, so we were very happy to take on board a lot of BrokerJet clients, and hopefully they are happy with our services. So Austria is a great market to us, and as Switzerland is so close to Germany and Austria, I consider it as well as low-hanging fruit that we're going to go to Switzerland next year. So we are working on that. And once we have finished the so-called DACH region, we are very keen to move on and then move into other European countries such as the Netherlands, Spain, UK, and so forth. One of my colleagues who's sitting over there, Niklas Helmreich, is working on that project already, and he will surprise us, hopefully, with good news beginning of next year in this regard. So we will expand horizontally into Europe as well as in Germany from a vertical point of view. Now, why are we able to do all this? Because we are a regulated entity. And by the way, I think there are so many people in this room, not because of us, but rather because of the representative of BaFin, our regulator, who's joining us later. And this, of course, is great news too. And we strongly believe that regulation is of importance, and we are very happy with that, and we are a regulated entity. And we have a so-called European passport scheme in place, which allows us as a German bank to go into other European countries with a short notification to other regulators under our existing license, and that allows us to do business in the other countries without obstacles and time and costly processes. So therefore, the combination of having a B2B business as well as a bank, which is called BIW, is very important for us and our expansion in the future. So this gives you a broad idea of what we do at flatex. As this 10 years ago was disruptive, we as a fintech group not only like to carry this wonderful name, which reflects a trend, but we also feel kind of obliged to come up with new disruptive ideas, and we are heavily working on that. Let me just give you a nice example here out of the fintech group. There's colleagues of mine in this room who represent our product Cash, K-E-S-H, and I think tonight at 7 o'clock they're going to get an award for their social Cash ATM, which is a great result, and I'm very happy and pleased for the team who did a tremendous job in this respect. And Cash is a mobile app. Now again, you might think mobile app, is that so new and is that so great? Let me just give you a very easy example why I like that so much. If you today are at Rewe or at Edeka and you buy your groceries, and you all might know that at Rewe every day 30 million people buy groceries. And if you happen to pay with your credit card or your EC card, I think you all know that the average time you have to spend at the cashier equals 20 seconds. 20 seconds. And then you all know the credit card company might charge you 3 to 5%, or not really you, but the merchant, not you. And if you pay with your EC card, you might incur the merchant cost of 1.5%. Now, why is Cash so special? If they would use Cash, and as Cash uses a scan function out of your smartphone, everyone has a smartphone, and you just scan a QR code, which approximately takes 2 seconds. So within 2 seconds, you are done with your payment process. So 20 seconds down to 2 seconds. That is what I call disruptive and fast and innovative. And we only charge 7 cents or up to 20 basis points. So if you compare that to 3 to 5% credit card companies charge, I again call this innovative and disruptive. So that's one example which we are hopefully introducing beginning of next year into the market. We have completed our friends and family phase. We have processed somehow 70,000 transactions, and that equals somehow like €1 million. At the moment, it is €1 to €5 only, so very small payment amounts, but that proves that the system is stable and running. So that's one example of future disruptive ideas we have at the Fintech Group. And a second one is that with respect to our B2C business and FlatEx, we also like to disrupt a segment in the financial service industry, which reflects how the industry is dealing with products and how efficient it is and how it's priced and how we use it and how we earn and make money. So we are hopefully coming up with good news by the end of this year to disrupting a segment of the market again. And I'm very proud that this goes to match our 10th anniversary. So I think we are all obliged to at least come up with something like that every 10 years at least, hopefully sooner and faster. So this should give you a rough understanding of what we do at the Fintech Group, as well as FlatEx 0 we have in mind. And I hope I speed it up a bit. And thank you very much for your patience and time.